What is a relationship? Okay, there is someone considered to be a beginner. You are not aware of what is the actual meaning of this relationships. I will explain in a simple terms. Okay, so relationship in database is like a connection between two people. That's it. You belong to one family, right? So there is only one family. There can be multiple children or multiple family members. That we call as one to many or many to one relationship. With considering you as a point of reference, that will be many to one. And you have many toys as we can limit the toys. So one kid, there is multiple toys. One to many relationship. You have many friends, but they have you as a friend too. Many to many relationship. That's in the simple terms. Okay. So let's get into one by one. One one to one relationship. What is it means? So let's look at an example. Okay. I already created an example, so I'm just copy pasting. That's it. So I have a person class. We are aware of this base and all. And we are using a 2x method only. So we have a Pearson method and a heart method. One person have one hat, right? Person or one hat. So we have a ID name here, and we have ID beats per minute and person here. Okay. So now how to create a one-to-one relationship? So we set a foreign key here, like where is the destination? This will be the destination. We set a foreign key which is people.id coming from here, and it need to be a unique value. Don't repeat. We only have one heart. Don't have any two hearts. Okay. And okay, is that enough? No. Now we need to set the relationship. Is it a mutual relationship? Yes, it's a mutual relationship. Her heart has a relationship with the person, and a person has a relationship with the heart. Okay. So how to create that? For that, you need to use a relationship. Okay. For relationship, you can import SQLAlchemy from relationship. Okay. You have an argument which is referring to the table. And you need to think about this. When you are creating a foreign key, SQLAlchemy foreign key. When you are creating a foreign key, you need to give the table name. Okay. And the field dot field. When you are creating a relationship, you need to give the class name. And another argument is backpopulate, which is saying what is the mutual relationship to this relationship to the person heart, this lead to the person's heart. That's it. I hope you understand. Backpopulate means saying whether it's a mutual relationship or not. Otherwise, you just write relationship of person, or you don't want to write that also. It will be taken care from here itself. So we need and okay. Now we will create these classes and all. Okay, let's create a base, declarative base, and mapped column and mapped also, and from typing import uh, option. And foreign key, I would say I need foreign key and a string. Now we can create a base class base, declarative base, and I'm not going to do anything on that. So this is the thing, and I'm going to create an object. How to create an object? So I'm creating a person, the name is Deepak, and then we have heart of mine, heart, and it has an object beats per minute, beats per minute, which is say 80, and I'm going to give a person argument, which is a person, so it will be interrelated. So if I try to print, maybe it's throw an error because the table need to be created. Let's try. Okay, okay, I made a spelling mistake error there. Okay, so Deepak heart beats 80 times per minute. So there is a relationship. This is how we create an object. We define a one-to-one relationship, we create an object, and then we assigning one-to-one relationship. Now say one-to-many relationship, and say one mother have many kids. How to define that? It will be the same way. Okay, what will be the changing? So for example, I have a class like, okay, I will minimize this one. I have a class like this, a mom, optional, comma list is also okay. I have a mom which is had ID and name, which have children, and children have means child have ID, name, age, and mom ID. And what is the difference between what you created earlier and this one? Only one argument is changing. When you're creating this mapped column, earlier we said unique to true. That means on that table, person ID should be repeated only one time. But here we are saying mom ID can be repeated many times. So that's how we make a one-to-one relationship to a many-to-many relationship. We're going to the previous analogy. Say if I remove this unique true, that means a person has multiple hearts. That will be possible. That that's how we make one-to-many relationship. Now, we have to create a many-to-many relationship. For that, we will take we will code it from the scratch. I don't have an example for that. Okay, so we have a and I create a class called child. Okay, one child, many child can have play with many toys. That will be our case. And now I have table name, which is children, and ID mapped int map to column, primary key true. and name mapped str and map to column string 50. Okay, we can do one thing. This will be repeated for toy also, the id and name. So what I'm going to do, I will be given this to my base class and making abstract to true. Okay, so my child class has nothing to do with that. So nothing is there, only table argument is there. Okay, and I have a class toy just base, so it will be inherited id and name, and only thing changes is the color which will be mapped string. Okay, and is a mapped column of string 20. Okay, length is 20. Now how to create a many to many relationship? So for that, if you think about the last one, we said if you I will copy this one, we will go to the last one. We missed a huge point there when we are creating. We missed a lot of things there, that we missed this point. We are coming to the mom child strategy, that here we use list. On earlier example, on the person example, we only give an optional argument that the person can be have a heart. If you take here optional argument, that means if the person can have heart, or may not be heart. Okay, and it will be, if I say option is not there and this will be there, a person should have an heart. That will be one-to-one relationship. But here the children can be a list, so it will be a list of child. That will be the only difference. And when it comes to many to many relationship, this also will be becoming a list. Say one child can have multiple. That will be the difference. Okay, the mistake I made, I had lot of examples, so I just so in a similar analogy, we will say if one-to-one relationship, we only give like this. There is no list argument will be there. This will be one-to-one, and this will be one to many, and this will be, if I put a list here, this will be many to many. Leave this all aside, we will create an real world example. Okay, so I need something to import. This will be the import. Say class base, and I have declarative base, and I will pass. Say we have a student, and student will have a student ID card, and for a couple of students there will be have a teacher, and teacher and students will be have a class, right? And class will be a school. First I will create a student class. Okay, class student inherited from base, and it has arguments like id, name, and age. Okay, we have a table name here argument, and it will be student or students. Okay, we have id, name, and age. Okay, now we will have another class called student id card. Okay, which has id, card number, and a student id, and which is I set it to a foreign key to the student. Okay, one student has only one id card. So for this we need to set a back populator. So I have a student here, and it has a relationship to the student, and its name is ID card. And if I set the ID card, it will be not an optional. Okay, why I created optional? Students should have an ID card. Okay, ID card, and it's back populated to student. That's fine. Okay, now we will create a teacher class here. Teachers, it has ID, name, and subject the teacher will take. Now we will have another class will be another class called class. Teachers and students will be in that class, and that will be in a class. Okay, if we get and okay, now I set a foreign key to the teachers, and how I can going to set that? I'm going to copy from here, student, not teacher. Okay, not teacher, it should be go to the class. So class or classes. So one teacher can have multiple classes, so it will be a list of class, and the table name is class, back populate to teacher, and here will be the same thing. This class will be going to here, this teacher will be going to here. So what we set now, we set a one-to-one relationship. This will be a one-to-one relationship. That means we put a unique here, so that one student only have one ID card. And this will be one to many relationship. One class, okay, I need to change here too, sorry, it will be teacher. Okay, one uh, one class can be having multiple teachers, and here also I need to change teacher. Okay, one class can have multiple students. So how we can set that? Many to many. Okay, whether we need to create a relationship? Yes. So I'm going to create a relationship here, classes, and this will be a mapped, and a list also, because many uh, a class can have many students, a student can do multiple classes also. So I have class here. Okay, and I will set a relationship, and that to class. Okay, capital class, and back populate to student. And this will be going here. This will be a student, this will be, it will be need to be students, right? Students, this will be classes, this will be student. Okay, student. Okay, now you will ask me one question. We don't set any foreign key. Okay, for that what we'll do is we will create many to many relationship is a complex one. So what we do is we will create another thing called student classes. Okay. In this I'm going to say it's a table. Okay, there is a table for that, and I'm saying it will be a student classes, and I'm saying it will be from base.metadata. There's a table called student class, and it's need to be created in base.metadata. Okay, there have two things, one mapped column which is student ID, and it has a foreign key relationship between students dot id and the primary key is true. It's a primary key. It won't be repeated. It need to be single one. Many to many. One class there should be only have one student, and another map to column. Sorry, one class, one student can only. Okay, okay, sorry. Okay, we are setting another argument, class ID, foreign key, which is classes dot id, and this primary key is not. Okay, we create a table with a foreign key, and the relationship goes here. So we need to link it somehow. So how to link it? So in the relationship we have another argument called secondary. It will indicate what is the secondary table I need to look at. It will be student class. So this relationship, class and student, the many to many relationship will be found in this table, and that table is a secondary table, not the primary table. That's we are saying here, and we need to set that to here also. Okay, after back populates we have secondary table, it is student class. This is how this is a many to many relationship. Covered three relationship: many to many relationship, one to many, and many to. Hope you get everything. This will be many to many is a confusing topic, I know. Please watch it again. And now how to create a school. Okay, so for that I will create a file here. I need to import from there init.py. Okay, I'm just converting these two packages so I can import that one. So I need from SQLAlchemy, so I need to create a init file here also from part1 dot main import engine. Okay, we imported the engine that we are previously created, this engine, and I'm saying echo to true. And then I need this base also from part2 dot table import base. I need to get the base. I need to student. I need the student ID card. I need the teacher. I need the classes. So this will be a long import. So it seems like going too far. So usually what I do is I bring a bracket both ends and keep it as a multi-line import. In this way it will be simple and steady. Okay, first we had an engine, so I will create a base dot metadata dot create all and bind engine. So it will be creating these tables into my database. And I need a session to interact with. So in order to create a session, in the next video we will learn more about how to create this session. For an introduction, I'm saying I need a session maker. Okay, and I'm saying it's a local session. It's a session maker, and I'm binding inst. Okay, we will talk about this in the next video. And I'm creating a session. So local session. This will be our database session. Okay. So now we need to create. Okay, where we start? We will start from teachers. Okay. Math teacher. Obviously, we will start from max. And we have teacher. And say math teacher dot name. I will say, okay, math teacher subject. Math teacher dot subject will be math. Okay, this will be math teacher. Now we will create, instead of math, we will create science. So we created two teacher. Now we need to create classes. So we will create a math class. Class math class dot name equal to math 1, and math class dot teacher will be math teacher, and math class dot row number, which will be C1. We have math class. Now we have another class for science, and we will create one more class for advanced math. So math class. Okay, I only need to select math. This math I need to change to science class. So this will be C2. Okay, and I will add a advanced also here, advanced math, and it will be in the C3. So we created three class: math class, science class, and advanced class. Now we will create uh, 3 ID cards also, and it will be, so that first we need to create the ID card, and then we will assign that ID card to students. So there will be 3 students. Okay, 3 students ID card we created. Now the students need to join. Okay, we didn't create the student, forgot to create the student. Okay, just create students also, so that, okay, I created 3 students, and 3 students ID card also. Now we will join the class. Okay, we will assign the s1 dot classes. For students, we will append math class, and also we will put the first student in the science class also. Science class. And for the second students, second student, like because he's more aged or she is more age, so I will put into the math class as well as the advanced class. Okay, and the third student I'm only joining to the science class. Okay, now we need to save all the things. So session dot add all, we will create a string, we will create a math teacher, science teacher, math class, science class, advanced math class, S1, S2, S3, and only the card, S1 card, S2 card, S3 card. So this will be already taken care here. Okay, and we will commit the session dot commit, so all the changes will be committed to the database. Now we will create a school report so that we will see what will be done. A school report, if S1, S2, S3, student's ID card, student in S1, S2, and S3, we will put the student name, the student age, and student ID card. Okay, we'll get it from student. Now we will print the school report, one-to-one relationship. We will print the student's ID card. We will take these students, and we are not attached the ID card here, so it should be taken from here. So it will be printed from there. Now we will see our one-to-many relationship. So it will be teachers and their classes, math teacher and science teacher. We will put what all their classes are. Now the class enrollment list, which is many to many relationship, class enrollment, which is advanced math class object in math class, science class. We will see what all the row number, what is the teacher name, and what is the students are there in this class. Okay, let's print. Okay, there are some errors. We had error, schema items such as constraint, and there should be students where we students. Okay, here this will be student, not class. Okay, that will be one. So maybe that's because it's failing. Okay, we got an error. Okay, we ran into some issue, so they need to use a schema item. We use mapped column. Instead of that, we need to use a column or a constraint. But I'm going with a column, and I'm going to run it again. So process finished. So let's see. Okay, there is a lot of log because we enabled echo also. So what is going on? So it will be a lot of things will be going on. So we only care about this one, the student report. So okay, I will turn off the echo, otherwise we don't able to view anything. Okay, so now the problem is the table has the values, so that's why. So if I go to the table, first, okay, let's switch it to practice. So if you can see, we have the students, we have the teachers here. So I'm going to create a new database, or I need to create, okay, I'm saying P2. P2 is my new database. I'm changing here to P2 because for the data safety. So and then I'm going to run this. Okay, this is our report. We have 3 students, the ID is present. We have teachers, we have class enrollments, who are the teachers and who are the students in that. So this is how we define relationships in SQLAlchemy model. There is one more topic we need to talk, which is lazy loading. The length of this video is totally like huge, so we will talk about lazy loading in the next video along with the session management. Till then, bye. Stay tuned for the next videos.